Well, it's that part of the show where we talk all things women's football, and this time around, may I say, when you think of Mamelodi Sundowns, you need to think of Ama International.
Hello.
No, Jess. That behavior will not be permitted.
It's just good news all around. Get excited, I can't contain it.
Let's talk about Mamelodi Sundowns, a major boost for the reigning Hollywood-Bet Super League champions, as well as the holders of the CAF Women's Champions League.
As well as the holders for CASAFA.
What else?
We can never stop.
What else? Dichomita Rock Nation. What else?
Same WhatsApp group.
Let us know what's happening.
So, big news for Mamelodi Sundowns. They've received an invitation to go participate in the Women's Cup, which is essentially as an international tournament by invitation, just for teams to basically play against each other. And this is going to be hosted in Kansas City, and they're going to be playing against the hosting team, a team in Japan, as well as Atletico de Femenine, which we know Tembi Khatlana used to play for that team. So players like Bo Ramalepe and Lebo Andile are going to meet Rashida again because she plays for that team. But I think it's absolutely amazing news for an African team in South Africa, of course, to go and represent as an African continent on such a large scale. And this is great preparations, you know, to any other continental or international tournaments that's going to take place. I think it's awesome news.
I mean, it allows Mamelodi Sundowns to test themselves against the world, and not just Africa. And then I'm going to play devil's advocate just a little bit. Other people may say that, then what does this do for the Hollywood-Bet Super League? Because then Mamelodi Sundowns will continuously be the pinnacle.
You know what? I think it's a good thing. We cannot say there's any bad thing about Mamelodi getting the spotlight and the exposure. And obviously,
favorite child.
We are hoping wherever you invest, you are going to get the benefits, you know. But we are hoping that within the Hollywood-Bet League space, you know, there's a lot of growth and there's a lot of participation from other teams as well. I think you and I had the conversation to say, even in CAF, we would like to see other teams accompanying Mamelodi Sundowns to also represent us. So I think it just sets an example, you know, for other teams to basically try and do as best as Mamelodi Sundowns is doing. Invest in players, invest in budget, you know, for sponsors to come on board, because you're not only it's not a club that's representing you just on a local base, but internationally. So somebody sitting at home is like, you know, this is great that Mamelodi Sundowns is trending, but I think it really puts us in a good position.
Yeah, puts Mamelodi Sundowns in a great position, a great opportunity, not just for the club, but also for the individual players, because this is them applying to the rest of the world to say, Ntebele audition at stake, right? I also did say at the beginning of the show, I said that FIFA has some exciting news. There is a major boost when it comes to women's football. I said your guess is as good as mine, but surely, Jess, you're here to let us in.
Yes, I am here to let you guys all know that for the first time, there's actually going to be a FIFA Women's Club World Cup. I mean, hala.
I need us to go back to the archives. I had a conversation with Jerry Shabalala on SABC Sport, and he said that their aim is to get into the FIFA Women's Club World Cup. Okay.
So it's great news and another opportunity. So based on the Women's Cup that's going to be held, I think it's also good preparations in the event that, you know, any club, if it is Mamelodi Sundowns, you know, because we are going to have African countries, African clubs representing us as well. I think this is great training time or preparations to just understand the football on an international base, you know, their performance and all of that, you know, just let's go get the experience, let's go make the runs outside. So I'm super excited. We always talk about what happens on the men's side. We would love it to happen on the women's side as well. So it's growth, especially for club football. Then we get to see other clubs from different African countries and different cities and states. So we love it. Absolutely growth for women's football.
I love it for the clubs, right? But something just hit my mind, because we're still growing women's football on the entire, on the globe, right? And my thing is, I wish when we had these big competitions, they would say that Team South Afrique, and then Jerry Shabalala has the opportunity, because Mamelodi Sundowns qualifies, right? But he can choose from any club and give them an opportunity. Form Team South Africa, they go. Vice versa, Zambia, they do the same thing.
I want us to keep this in the archives for the future, because that would be a
good concept.
You know, put together your starting 11 from any club, because you have a super right back probably playing for Linda Lani.
Do you understand?
100%. No, I definitely agree with that.
Like we'll have a Tumisa, you know, who plays from Fort Hare but gets to go play for Mamelodi Sundowns, and she's...
I love it.
Good concept.
But you know what's interesting, Itu, is that this will be interesting to see the results.
Yeah.
We've seen there's other nations that really perform well on a national landscape, you know, when it's national duty. However, they struggle with the club or the league that they play in. And there's also teams that really perform well when it comes to club level, but when you take those players in different teams in that league to put together a national team, they don't perform as well as they do on club level. So I think the results of this and who will be chosen and the qualifying criteria will be very interesting to see which African clubs will be representing us.
Well, that should be interesting. We need... Okay.
Needs to-
You know where I was going to go with this? We're not going to go there. I see Valentina.
Izothatha
Yeah, no, that's where we're going to leave it.